I can't believe you're here. Hey, new buddy, my name's Carl the Crab. This is the island. This is my rock. Over, I'm getting ahead of myself. I can't believe you're finally here. What's your name?
Hey guys, what's going on? Chris here, as always, with Shuggheads Gaming. I've long been a fan of Greg Miller since the days of Podcast Beyond, and I've been a kind of funny best friend since they started in the spare bedroom of Greg's house. So if I had to choose someone to be stranded on an island with, Greg Miller would be an awesome choice. That being said, I give you Island Time VR. Developed by Flight School Studio, Island Time VR is a survival game where your one goal is to not starve. All you have is your wits, the items around you, and Greg Miller the talking crab. Here's my review, guys. As always, guys, if you enjoy the video, hit that like button, and if you want more PSVR content from me, please consider subscribing. Graphics are up first. To describe it in simplest terms, Island Time VR is like playing inside a Pixar movie. Everything is sharp, colorful, and animated well. Well, this is a small game with a simple play area. What is here, whether it be wildlife, scenery, or interactive objects, looks great and really makes you feel like you're chilling on a Pixar-created island. And sound is up next.
You're on fire! Hey, get back here! You will never be able to reach that by yourself, will you? Yeah, here, I got it. Take this.
The music in Island Time VR is the prerequisite tropical music you would expect. It floats in the background and helps to send home the feeling of being on a tropical vacation. As long as you don't do what I did and throw the stereo at the seagull. Other music cues do their job well, telling you when you're in trouble or you've met your fate. The real star here is Carl the Crab, voiced by none other than Greg Miller. Carl is your lone friend on the island and will talk to you the whole time. His presence is rarely intrusive or irritating. In fact, he's rather friendly, humorous, and helpful, giving you slight hints if you're acting stumped or keep dying. Other sound effects expectedly sound like they came out of a cartoon and are well done. Carl does begin to repeat himself, but has enough to say to keep it interesting most of the time. For me, Carl the Crab made this game. Next up is gameplay and story. Setup is simple. You've crashed your ship and are now stuck on an incredibly small island with Carl the Crab. Your sole purpose is to stay fed and not die for as long as you can. Standing in place, and yes, I recommend standing for this game, you will have to MacGyver the crap out of things on hand. I won't ruin the surprises for you, but needless to say, not unlike another VR title, I expect you to die, you will die often figuring things out. Staying fed is the key and can be tracked on your watch. Island Time VR features an event system that determines when and what amounts of resources are made available to players, as to keep the difficulty curve up and you on your toes. While very simple in its premise and execution, Island Time VR is a great pick-up and play title that makes you say just one more time. There isn't a lot of game here, but it keeps throwing new things at you, and what is here is really good. Gameplay length really depends on how long you want to survive once you have the survival tactics figured out, and the end game is being rescued, but that's up to you. This is played with 2 move controllers and tracks well. The only issues are due to the limitations of having no rear camera, but that was rarely an issue. I had no trouble catching falling coconuts, skewering swimming fish, or any other required task. Finally, as you're standing in place, motion sickness is not an issue here. And that brings us to fun factor and my final verdict. I enjoyed my time with this simple yet joyful game while hanging out with Greg Miller. Playing with objects was simple yet fun, and while I had to figure stuff out, I never really felt frustrated. This game is definitely a casual playthrough, but it's fun for all ages. There isn't a lot of game here, but what is fun and super polished. As of writing this review, I don't know the price, and for my recommendation and for many others, I think price will be the determining factor in picking this up. As you know, I review games on a buy, wait for a sale, or burn it to the ground basis. If this game is under 15 bucks, it's a buy. Otherwise, guys, I'd wait for a sale. But do play it. Please like and subscribe, guys. I am Chris from Shuggheads Gaming, and I will catch you on my next video. Thanks for tuning in.